Hey, welcome to another episode of the Walking Life Journey podcast. For those that are starting this journey with us for the very first time, you found us. So thank you. Those that continue to come week after week, we say thank you. We appreciate you greatly. Please remember to share, subscribe, comment, and set those notifications so that we can continue to grow the WLJ community together. I am one of your hosts, Nikita White.
I'm Lorenzo White.
And I'm Keyondra White.
And together we make the White family. And before we dive into this week's episode, Keyondra, tell them where they can find us.
Lowe's, Zamzo's, home.
Keyondra. And I don't think I've ever been in a Zamzo.
Been in Lowe's before.
Yes.
You
Keyondra
can find us on Podbeam, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, and our Facebook.
That's right. Don't forget to join our Walking Life Journey Facebook group, WLJ, where you are going to get a daily dose of motivation and have some real life conversations with us. Good. So also just thinking about that Facebook group, in the community on this week, we talked about, we shared someone out there feels better simply because you exist. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Someone out there feels better just because you exist. We also talked about how boundaries are necessary and how boundaries can come across. We talked about stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. And lastly, if you came to Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, you missed the episode last week because it was in YouTube. And guess what we were doing? What were we doing, y'all?
Ordering pizza.
The Whites was cooking. We was welcoming fall into our home, and we were making some butternut squash ravioli from scratch. So if you have not watched that episode, head on over to YouTube and check us out because we were cooking and it was entertaining. Now for this week's episode, the question that sparked this conversation is, have you ever caught yourself saying some of the same words your parents did when you were growing up? We laugh because I think as children, and then we grow up, you're like, I ain't gonna be like my parents.
I never say
I don't know
that
what
to my
they
kids.
saying. I would never say that.
I ain't gonna treat mine like that.
And something happened. What is it?
Huh?
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
You realize that they weren't crazy.
They weren't crazy. And they knew exactly what they were talking about.
Yeah.
For the most part. Now, I can't talk about your parents. I only can talk about our parents, the ones we grew up with. And Lord knows, some of the things that my mother said while we were growing up, I have said the exact same things to Keyondra. Such as, I was born at night, but not last night. I say that, and then I say, Mom, was I really born at night? No, I was born in the morning. But I took those words because what it's saying is, guess what? I ain't crazy. You can't pull no wool over my eyes just because you knew and you in this world of today. That don't mean I'm stupid.
That's right.
So I was born at night, but not last night. What you hear?
What I hear? Oh, man, I heard so much coming up. One of the things that I used to hear, this from my pops, he used to always say, you grow the knowledge. And anytime I had gotten in trouble or got to a point where I had to be talked to, you know, he used to say a whole lot of stuff. But one thing that he kept throwing out, you grow the knowledge. And it used to get on my nerves. And I'm like, man, what you talking about? What you talking about? And now I find myself when I'm having deep discussions with Keyondra about life and growing and everything like that, I always refer and tell her who that came from. Like the older you get, more knowledge you'll gain. It's just growing and learning. You know, the longer you live this life, the more you can learn. So, shout out to Pop.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. God, I laugh because I still can hear certain things Mom say, and now she's saying it to her grandkids. And she ain't saying it the way she used to say it to me and Toya. But she is saying it.
Is she not saying it the same way, or are y'all just hearing it differently now that you're older?
Oh, no. She's saying it the same way because them grandbabies hit that heart different. They do.
So you saying she done got soft?
I am saying she got soft.
What?
Oh, yeah, because she would say stuff like,
Get your in it.
Now, she would say that, but she would say, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. And I'm like, Mama, now you know you ain't going to take us out, so just stop saying that. And I probably have said that to Keyondra because what we're saying is, guess what? You ain't too grown.
Yeah.
You ain't too grown for me to get you now. I don't know. Them grandkids, she done got soft. And now there's great grandkids.
Oh, yeah.
And they all boys.
Oh, yeah.
So she real soft, like a marshmallow.
She'll still light them up, though, if they get out of line.
It's
it's different, but she still take care of business. It's not the same.
Not at all.
Granted, it's not the same.
Okay, I'll let you take up
They
for
know
them.
not to. They know not to mess
Yeah, they do. They do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Keyondra, you're sitting right here in between your mother and your father. So, is there some things that we said when you were growing up that you like, what y'all saying? Why are you saying that? And now you've grown to understand it, or you found yourself repeating.
Yes, I have noticed in some instances I do that. And in my mind, I just be like, dang, I'm getting old for me to say that.
Wow. Wow.
And I like see it a lot when I'm like disciplining Jakari or like he's just talking to him and stuff. Like he'll be like, so-and-so's doing this. Can I do this? And I find myself being like, I don't care what they doing. That's not my household. I don't care what that
That's
Okay,
or
what
I ain't
they
they
doing in their house?
parents.
Yeah,
That's
there
right.
it is. There it is.
That's right. Now, that's a good one because we would say that. I am not her mother. I am your mother. I don't want to hear about what they're doing in their household.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a good one. What else comes to
Yeah, you
y'all's
good.
mind?
Quick on your feet that time.
I mean, she said she found herself getting old. I don't think it's age. I think it's more of we step back and say, dang, those were some good nuggets. And vice versa, you understand as a child what the child is giving you at that time. What the child is giving you. Because here he is talking to you about somebody else's household. You can't control their household.
Yeah. And no, it's not about like getting old. I mean, it's getting older and wiser with it. And, like noticing
Good
those
catch.
things for like useful nuggets. But
Yeah, a lot of those things that we heard when we was younger, we always thought that they were to keep us from having fun. They don't want us to do this. They don't want us to do that. And it wasn't. That is just that they've lived through their lived experience. They could see things that we hadn't been able to see yet or experience yet. So,
I used to always say, I was your age once.
oh yeah,
I was your age once, and that was just that good reminder. You might think you're getting over. You might think you're doing something I haven't done, but I was your age once. I've done that and some. So I sit back and think now, even down to your grandparents, and you did too. I got to have the opportunity to sit with my nanny. I got to have the opportunity to sit with my grandma Brooks and just learn from them. And you never want to take that wisdom for granted because just like that, it can be gone at any time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I love the wisdom. May not have loved it when I was growing up, but when you got that age switch, you want it all. You're
oh
like,
yeah. You
pour
wish
into
you
me,
wish you
pour
had
into me.
you wish you had that all over again.
Yeah.
Because you can comprehend it and understand it better.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you cherish those times and those talks a whole lot more than you did when you were younger. Again, you used to think they just getting on my nerves. While I feel like, why are you yelling? Why you fussing? Man, I can remember all the times my granddad used to yell. He'd be like, y'all stop all that noise. Y'all sound like a herd of cattle upstairs. He'll be yelling at me, Keisha and Shawn to be upstairs, wilding out, bumping. Man, Jakari around here, I'm like,
And
yo.
he's one by himself.
By himself.
Yeah.
And I found myself going on, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I got to do it to y'all.
mm-hmm.
You, Keyondra, and Keisha behind this camera right here.
Oh,
I be handing
so
to-
we be acting like the kids.
I be
is what
handing,
just heard.
and it's just me. I be like, man, y'all stop all that noise in here.
No, like when Jakari be having friends over and they be playing, running inside, outside, I be like, hey, y'all either be inside or outside. Y'all ain't finna be running up and out.
Now, that's a good one. Close that door, letting all my air out, letting my heat out.
Man.
That's good. Oh no. So look, Missy over here sounding like us already, talking some age.
Oh yeah.
Wise. That's what it is.
Yeah, and one of the things that my mom, she says a lot, and even now, you know, as far as older we get, dropping words of wisdom and just understanding stuff more, she like, we are where our parents were. We are where our parents were. And she says it, and I'm like, nah. Then I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, nah, because I don't feel that way, but I know she's talking about the circle of life, you know, as far as her taking over where my grandmother was, us taking over the position that she's in, my daughter taking over the position that we were in when we had her and so forth.
Right.
You know, so she, you know, it's like she just talks about that life cycle, you know what I'm saying? They're just preparing for whatever the future holds, you know? The entire cycle. So I don't know, man. It's just the older I get, I'm glad I'm at an age now where I feel like I'm right in the middle, but she'll holler at me in a second, like, you know, you middle aged, right? I'm like,
right. I think she told me that the other day. I put something on. I put like a skirt and a shirt on it. I thought it was real cute. Mama, you're looking real middle age right now. I said, did she just tell me I look middle age? Wow. So yeah.
Some of your choices feel a little questionable now.
Yeah.
I think it's just because you try to experiment now, and I'm like, I'm gonna put that back.
She'd be like, that's cute. I'd be like, I ain't even like when my mom used to wear tracksuits like that when I was little.
Y'all no.
And she rocking.
Time out. Y'all ain't gonna do that to me.
I'm just saying.
Y'all ain't gonna do that to me. You are not gonna mess with my confidence. When I put my clothes on, whether you like it or not,
right.
I feel good.
The same
Middle
way,
age or not.
the same way our parents felt when they was rocking them tracksuits back in the day.
Hey.
Ooh, this look cute. You like, mama, that don't go with them shoes.
Now my shoes did match.
Yes, yours did.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
The tracksuit with leopard print. Never mind.
That outfit is really
mind.
cute. Keyondra,
No,
you was with
cute.
me when I bought
That
it.
is cute. That is.
You was with me when I bought it, and I
Yeah,
said,
it was
Keyondra, is this
cute.
too much?
She almost got the match shoes.
I did almost get the match.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. I'm not going to, hey, middle age, I'm thankful to see my age and my numbers change. I am thankful. That tracksuit was cute. It is a tracksuit to wear with some sneakers. I'm just saying. Now, when I put my skirt on, and she told me I looked middle aged, now that hurt my feelings. That dug deep.
It was like floral or something. It was the floral. Anyway, it's funny you brought up the whole circle of life thing, though. Because we were having the conversation. You remember, I feel like it was probably like last year, me entering my 20s, doing the whole 20 things. I'm like, and I was like, dang. And it was just having that realization. I was like, I'm at the same age y'all was when y'all was hanging out, having kids. And I'm at that age, like, I don't know, and just noticing.
And that's when my mother-in-law do talk about that circle of life and where they are. Truthfully, we have been dating today for 30 years. So when I came into their life
yesterday.
Okay. 30 years today, we have been dating, right? And so when you think about 30 years, when I first met your mom, when you first met my mom,
to
the point that we got married, we have a daughter, a child has a child, and it's just, God, that's when you just embrace those moments. And all I can say is time. It's
I know
we're getting older.
Sure. I know in those moments a lot of time when it really resonates with me is when, like you said, you sit there and you think about, I'm in a place where my mom was. So it helps you to understand them a little bit better. Like if you reflect back on it and you think about, okay, when I was a kid, they used to be on me all the time. But once you hit that age, you're like, bam, I got a better understanding. It helps you to be able to sit in that and really actually feel what's going on and relate more so to them than anything. I think that's real dope to, if you can put yourself in that place and actually sit where your parents were to get that feel. Okay, I understand. Because and that can actually help people in the process of healing as well. Because sometimes we hold people to a standard, like, man, why they make this decision or whatever the case may be. You at your age ain't necessarily made all the right decisions or
right.
did the right things. So it just helps people. It helps you put in perspective and not necessarily hold somebody to a higher standard per se, but to actually understand and kind of empathize with where they was coming from at that time. Like, okay, they may not have known. We get taught. I mean, we only know what we get taught. We only know what we teach ourselves through learning and stuff like that. If they didn't have the knowledge that we have, how can we hold them to a standard? Like, man, y'all should have known this. This would have been better for me if y'all would have done this. And again, we don't have all the answers. We're learning as we go. So yeah. So y'all sit back and think about your parents and feel where they coming from. Don't lose sight of where you came from neither. I think that's pretty dope to be able to do.
If you stay in a teachable place,
Yeah.
our parents taught us things. We also taught them some things. Right?
Oh yeah.
We poured into Keyondra and taught her some things, and now I can sit back and she shows me things.
Yeah.
She teaches me things. And I think as long as you stay in a teachable place, then we will learn from each other.
Yeah.
You can learn from anywhere. Shoot, Jakari, he would get on that tablet and show me things. I'm like, dang, I didn't know that little iPad could do that.
He's teaching us, and it's funny looking at him now because he sounded just like
Now
his
he
grandpa
sound like
over
his
here.
papa.
And
Yes,
he said things. I be like, I know who you hang out with.
He sound like his
sounded
papa.
just like him.
Yeah.
So it's really about just being in that teachable place.
Yeah. And each generation we want to make better anyway. So I'm definitely pushing my daughter to be better than I was, and pushing my grandson to be better than I was as well. So yeah, keep growing.
Keep growing. Well, guess what? Thank you for joining us once again. Remember, as you are walking this journey called life, you are a key piece to your story. Remain teachable. Until next time, bye.
Peace.
Bye.